your child says OnlyFans.
It's not normal to God.
By the time we have our kids, OnlyFans will be like Facebook.
No, it's true. Not true. No, if every parent was number one, who was last? Like some of your parents are dumb as hell. I'm not like
Whoa, I hurt my back.
Groove.
Full
niggas
stop.
on this table that are getting their back broken. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. You are welcome
In the name of the Lord.
You are welcome in the name.
Look at this fellow who's looking at the mic as if he's a babe.
We can see all over you.
I'm eating peanuts.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. What's up, man? It's your boy KD in the building. You know how it goes.
It's King Grooves.
King Grooves?
Bro.
King Grooves.
Drummer. Like
You gonna do Boduga.
Oh, they went for me. It's your boy Snowden in the cup.
All right.
Snowden.
How's everybody doing today?
I'm all right.
Before you continue, I'm doing great. I just had you know them Charlies we had, yeah.
Charlie's.
I think it's the best one we've had. I've ever had.
Do you know what? Because
Really?
last week was my first time.
Bro, beverage.
There's
You
this
like
time
veg,
that
yeah.
I at Charlie's here.
Yeah.
I kid you not. I saved just a little bit for tomorrow.
It was that good.
Not a lot. Just so I can relive the taste.
Yeah, it was
That's
that
how,
good.
like,
It gets like that. It
but
gets like
there's
that.
times that Charlie's are just
It's just trash.
Yeah.
like they make it in 2 seconds.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, Charlie's is is a central restaurant in Dublin.
Chinese.
It's not
Chinese,
really a restaurant.
whatever it is, fast
Yeah,
food.
You can eat in it.
Every black person knows
Sorry,
about
guys.
Charlie's, and
So
every black
sorry
person
about that, guys.
goes to Charlie's.
Put your phone on private. I mean on silent.
How can you put your phone on private?
Oh, yeah,
go, yeah,
put
call
your
it.
phone on private.
No, so we have to punish him.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Remember the rules.
You're wrong.
Remember the rules that we
That was a
said.
flop, though. That was a flop.
sorry, you
Because you
cannot-
corrected-
Wait. We said within 5 seconds. If you don't correct yourself,
You know,
then-
I think we should remove that
No, we
rule
have to
because
remove
that's
that rule.
cheating.
I'm so sorry.
Okay,
I'm so
remove
sorry.
it from now.
Wait, no, let's calm. You get away with that one. Let's
It's
calm.
okay. Just letting everybody know this is our.
Wait, so see, if this is how Jesus was acting towards us, we would all be cancelled.
Fam, do you know what I was thinking? Yeah, we should have a flop. We should have a flop
Jesus.
counter.
Why is it Jesus like that?
If that's how Jesus, like, was having a conversation about flopping. He says, Jesus.
Don't we flop? Exactly.
You're a Christian, bro.
Yeah, I am a Christian, a proud one.
We love Jesus here. No. What you say? Did you say flop counter?
Yeah, bro.
What's that mean?
So like, during the duration of a month, visually, we should have something that just pops up when someone flops.
Okay.
It's like a flop jar equals 1.
Okay, I know how much we put in. Or
Wait,
yeah.
I don't get it, guys.
Okay, so anyways, let them people know we have a flop jar here, right here on the table, and if anyone says it makes a mistake,
The whole essence is we are trying to keep ourselves on our toes.
yeah, to speak well.
Listen, because I'm not here.
But you said listen. But anyways,
I said it right.
if you flop,
I just enunciated my word.
if you flop, you
The
put
T
€2.
listing.
You put €2 if you
Two
flop here.
quid.
Yeah.
2 quid.
So what are you saying? Where's your head at?
Do you know what? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Bro, I hurt my back brushing my teeth.
Old age.
Bro, I was brushing my teeth. You know when you bend down? Yeah, I'm pretty tall. Bend down to spit. But I just felt something in my back and I couldn't stand up straight again.
Well, you broke your back.
I didn't break my back.
Man's
I
out
hurt
there
my back.
breaking up his
I
back.
was broken off his back, you know.
Big man like you. Grooves.
Who's breaking your back, fam?
Yo, fam, relax. Pause. No, not even pause.
Some
Full
niggas
stop.
on this table that are getting their back broken. Whoa.
Full stop. Not even full stop on that one.
While brushing your teeth.
Yo, fam.
Whoa, that's mad.
What's
What?
going on, bro?
You have it like that?
Anyways, listen, I can't even continue on because
I'm not trying to
what
be
I was
like
about
you,
say
fam.
next will really make it.
What are you gonna say
Yeah,
next?
fam, don't worry about it. How are you? Where's your head at?
I'm good, fam. I just don't know
Not
about
as good
you.
as you,
Yo,
though.
fam.
Yeah, I just don't know about you, bro.
Man's out here breaking his back while he's brushing his teeth.
I'm a child of God.
Jeez.
I'm a Christian.
Yes.
Madness.
I love Jesus.
Yes.
I love Jesus.
Oh, my days.
I love G. Nah, I'm good as well, man. I'm chilling. My back is straight.
Yo, fam, relax.
I'm good too, man. My back is
Yo, relax
decent.
for all that. No,
is-
honestly, there's
My
there's no
spine is
need for
straight.
it.
No one broke my back.
But like, do you know what? Yeah, I thought this was a safe place. Honestly,
Safe place.
Safe
Shock
place.
you.
Get out of here, bro.
Shock you.
yeah, fam. Yeah, you did the right thing because
Safe space.
if anyone said that,
Nah,
oh man, any games, boys?
I have a few Would You Riders for you, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, some of them are ish. Okay, well let me say them
They're
anyways.
gonna be trash still.
No, they're
but-
gonna be good. They're gonna be alright.
We'll see.
Would you rather, ladies and gentlemen?
Boys and
I would
girls.
like you guys to comment on the comment section too. Would you rather eat poo that tastes like chocolate, or eat chocolate that tastes like poo? You have to eat one.
You people that taste like chocolate.
But-
'Cause it doesn't taste like shit. It tastes like chocolate.
But the thing is, though, you're still eating shit at the end of the
It's
day.
all-
It tastes like if you're eating chocolate that
First
tastes
of
like
all,
shit.
we don't even know what shit tastes like. So
You don't? You don't?
no, I don't. Wait, you do?
When I was younger.
So you remember that?
Wait. Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
When I-
No, not even pause. Full stop.
When I was
Wait,
younger.
wait.
When you were
what?
younger, what happened?
Taste the shit in it.
Nah, you need to run that story. Run that story. What?
Right now.
Taste the shit. What's that?
How? Whoa, like,
I was curious and I taste the shit, man.
how old are you?
5, 6. Maybe, yeah, 5, 6.
Do you know how wild that is?
Is that wild?
That's crazy. Bro,
It's-
you don't, you,
it's
bro,
out
you're
there.
not, you don't look shocked. Why don't you look shocked?
I taste the shit, man. What can it do?
That's not normal.
Listen. What do you want to say, lads?
How's it taste?
Like shit, man. What do you mean?
Like
What does shit
What does
taste
it
like?
Can you smell shit?
it
Yeah.
tastes like it smells.
I go,
That was disgusting.
Alright, I'm
Moving
don't-
on.
Don't even answer that, please. I'm just gonna move to the next one. I'm so sorry.
next one.
Please, can we keep online? My mom might watch this. Would you rather have 3 kids and no money, or no kids and $3 million?
No kids and $3 million.
Any day. What are you talking about?
Kids.
When I can go and adopt.
Born,
You're never gonna have your own.
I don't
I'll
care,
go and
man.
adopt little Bankole
care.
and
Money over kids.
Ati Rafiki.
So
You know what, bro? I wouldn't not adopt.
No, you need to pass down your fortune to next generation.
I don't need to, man. I don't care about
and
them.
them things there. But bro, Bankole and Rafiki.
Wait, is it you can't have
And
kids by
bro,
yourself or you can't
Bookie.
adopt?
no
Nothing.
kids, no kids.
I'm going to adopt Bookie.
No.
You wait, hold on. I can't adopt. Just me and my wife. That's it.
Just you and your wife. 3 million.
I'll take the money. One kid. It's not that hard, Tommy. What are you thinking about?
Bro, I'm taking the money from. I'm not bringing a child into a life of poverty, bro. I'm sorry.
But
What would you have? You
I'll
have kids.
I'll have kids.
No
yeah.
money. Pop.
Bro, your kids will be wearing nothing.
Yeah, but I can't invite you guys to the family dinners.
Wait,
That's fine.
how poor though? How poor? Like, what's poor?
No money.
What do you mean?
But like that's not feasible. You can always get a job.
Like, will you be broke?
Like,
Will you be struggling
Okay,
to pay
let's
bills?
cap it. So you and your wife are making max 40 bags a year.
No. Less.
Now, if you get like a
Wait, together or individually?
Together,
No,
20K.
no,
20K together. Go for a big bad thing.
20K together,
Joint income.
bro. You
To be
can't.
honest,
Bro, let me
some-
tell you something. You can't even pay rent.
No, so some households make that and they make it work.
Yeah, but
They make it work.
that is
It's
a
just
life of
'cause-
poverty, though.
It's just because we've seen the nicer things in life. Back in Africa, listen,
I know, but
20K,
everything else is matches that, though. Do you get what I mean?
what?
Like food would match. Like you can always.
Like say someone making 20K a year here is looked at as broke, but in Africa, in Nigeria, they're still poor, but not as poor.
Yeah, but bro, they're still poor.
Yeah, but not as poor.
Yeah, so you're broke, but you have
Like
you have
you
kids.
can still be sure. Did you see that video on Twitter with the married people? They were eating
The reason why 20K would.
drinking bottle
Yeah,
and
yeah.
champagne,
Yeah.
and they were happy.
No, and like.
Wait, what?
Bro, they were. Was it a Coke bottle or Fanta bottle?
Yeah.
they were feeding each, and the settings even
Oh,
looked
it
like
was
it was
a
done.
wedding, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
and
was
they had
a-
meat pie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's no
low budget.
That's
No,
calm.
that wasn't a low budget. That was a dead ass low budget. Because the back one looked like it wasn't in the back garden.
No, but there's no problem with that. And the reason why 20K a year would stretch in Nigeria is because your general expenses are very they're cheaper.
But here they're more expensive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
The price of living
bro,
there is mad.
I hear
But
that.
even living in a house,
I hear that.
all the bills that come with living in a house alone are just mad.
20K, half of the rent goes to that 20K.
No,
More than half.
what are you talking about?
Yeah, more than half. It'd be like
Fam, 3-bedroom house with children.
two something.
So you guys are just gonna take that 3 million and have no kids forever.
Yeah.
Easy.
I see your hearts.
So you bring your kids up
Yeah.
in this poor world.
Yeah.
You're a bad
And
dad.
you can't provide for them. Fam, your son will be like, Daddy, I'm going on a school trip. Can I have 10 euro? You say, son,
No,
come back
10
home.
you 10 is too much. 2 euro.
No, he'll be like,
You're
no,
struggling.
fam,
Keep it 20K a year.
No, but do you know how?
bro, you can't, bro. Your children are not eating for
Nah,
lunch.
See, you're not sharp in it. Let me
Teach
tell you
us-
how to do it.
teach
Right?
us.
Let me teach you how to do it.
Fraud.
No, not fraud. So they won't have a laptop or access to the internet. Or no, go to the shopping centers and just ask around people. Just can I get €2? You go around.
That's a life that I would never let my son
Do you know what?
live.
Let me put my hands up and tell you, I did that for a year
But yeah, but you
with
did,
my friend
you did it.
Fariji
You did it as a
from
joke.
Somalia.
Stop.
We went around the square.
Wait, did you do it as a joke thing or were you serious?
Serious.
Like you were poor.
Not like I wasn't getting money from my mom.
Exactly. So you weren't poor. You weren't poor. You weren't poor. So you're making fun of poor people.
Bro, do you know, I actually just remembered, me and my friend had a little scheme. He lived in Blanche at the time, and there was a little across the road from his house. So do you know what we did? Whenever we wanted to buy sweets, we'd go help people move their trolleys to their car.
Jesus.
You take your money.
I take the trolley back and take the euro.
Yeah, we all did. Like you ate
Not
pool.
not we.
We all did something mad. Come on, you don't think you think
From out here eating shit.
If you are here getting your back broken.
Relax.
No, I'll gladly eat shit and get my back blown out.
You need to chill with that. No, you really need to chill with
I
that.
don't know how it turned to back being blown out. You just broke your back, right?
I didn't even break my back.
Oh my days.
I pulled the muscle, boys. Like, you need to relax.
Muscle pull, yeah.
In your
yeah.
back.
We heard that. We heard that.
Lower back.
But I swear to God, I was surprised this whole set right now.
Nah, that's so crazy. Well, that's you know what? Yeah, you see, when I was asking for money on the streets, not on the streets, right?
You're begging.
I was begging.
Oh my God, €2.
No, I wasn't even saying that. I was just like, sorry, I need to get the post. Just to anything you have, just get the post. Like I'm actually running late for a meeting and all, right?
I mean,
What meeting are you having?
At 13,
at 20.
meeting, training, whatever it was. Can I please just get anything off here? And I'll just get someone give me €2. €2, making like €15 a day.
Mad.
Right? I was going to the casino, shaking the tables. You know the ones that have the coins?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pulling out cash and then I was getting chased. But I was making bread. about 20 euro a day.
Man is telling this story as if
No, my guy was making
trapping.
100 euro a week.
It was
As if you're trapping.
It
You're
was
not
a-
trapping.
It was a hustle for me, bro. It was a hustle for me. Mom come back like, where'd you get that? Like, you know what I mean, I went to Heaton's and bought some socks.
Yeah, that was the shop back then. That was the shop.
Yeah,
back
got some socks, got some shorts or whatever. Football. My mom said, "Where'd you get that?" I said, "Mom, all the pocket money you gave me, I saved it."
All right.
Remember JJB?
Oh, I couldn't afford JJB to be
Boys,
honest.
do you remember back in the day? Do you know what pair of shoes was popular in my
You were
school?
poor.
I was poor. This is not funny.
It is. Boys, do you remember K-Swiss?
Yeah, K-Swiss, yeah.
Fam, and then you could like pull up the yoke and pull it down to change the color.
Yeah, K-Swiss.
Talking to me, bro. They're talking to me.
Bro.
No, but what you think, right? You see all those brands like for the longest time.
Yeah.
I was on Gola. You guys don't know Gola.
I was. You weren't on Gola by choice.
Oh no, shoot.
I was no actually no actually
Nah,
not by
no,
by
choice.
No,
choice.
there was Nike back then. I'm sure you wanted Nike.
And Adidas. Definitely
Okay.
Adidas.
Okay. See,
Even Reebok.
right. That's why I know that we grew up differently, guys. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Why,
Yeah.
why?
Like Nike was modern day Balenciagas for me. I swear, I'm dead as. Even I promise you, even Reebok. I promise you.
Nah.
So ask Miley. We were gassed to get Gola shoes. We were, wow, mommy, thank you so much for the Gola
Or
shoes.
Fila.
Shoes on Fila. We couldn't afford Fila, bro. Gola, bro.
This guy was
Shoes
purple.
on,
Bro, this guy was pop.
Gola.
I was gassed. I promise you. On God, I was
Laulu,
gassed.
I bet you it's one of those Velcro ones as well.
Oh yeah.
No lace.
Bro, you wear those shoes and you feel like you can run faster.
Oh,
Sonic.
bro.
Nah,
What boots did you have?
Oh no,
What,
never
what?
wore boots until I was in secondary school.
This guy was purple.
No, seriously, I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah, there's.
So what about football matches?
I played in like the goalers.
No, so your cap is
I'm
stuff
telling you, on God, ask Miley
on the pitch.
on the pitch. I never got to play for a team as well.
We thank God
Couldn't afford that.
for humble
We couldn't
beginnings.
afford the subs every week.
Yeah, every week you have to pay.
They said, did Jamaica
€2,
give you any subs?
€2.
I was like, Jimmy, I'll give it next week.
Oh
Nah,
my God!
Until they go to like 20 quid, you stop going.
And you have to pay to play ball.
This
I remember when the football was on Sunday.
Oh, bro, that's why I had to stop playing ball.
Like a lot of Christian parents
No ankle injury.
stopped their kids from reaching the Premier League because of church. Imagine.
Do you know what? That's actually a whole deep thing there, right? Because I feel like African parents, yeah, specifically Nigerian parents, were, and I know it's in good intentions. They wanted us to be, the doctors, the engineer, whatever they call it.
There's a
Lawyer.
guy. There's a guy in my church. They don't call him by his name. It's like his name is Engineer, and then his surname.
Do you get what I'm saying? And they really push you towards that way. But it's like, how many of us could have been so much more greater if we didn't have
Just
to
let
go
them
the
play
way?
football.
Do you know what I mean?
Your family would have been well off right now.
Yeah.
You see Babatunde on this.
Honestly,
Like, do you think there's like a lot of resentment now that you get a little bit older? And I'm not, maybe not with you guys, but with some.
No, but there was actually some kids that were talented at ball.
Yeah, definitely.
That would have made it
Yeah,
if they just let them play and go through the system.
yeah,
But church, and yeah, it came from a good place. But listen, you can play ball and be a Christian.
yeah, 100. Like, but I think for myself, right, when I was playing ball and I had to make the decision to go to church. Now that I'm 23, looking back at it over the space of 7-8 years,
You rather that.
best decision of my life.
Yeah, I heard that.
Not even decision of my life, my mom's best decision for me, because now I'm, doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But for other people, it's like, yo, mom, you're making me a lawyer and I'm just, all I want to do is play football. So I'm asking, like, does that create like some mad resentment now?
It could, because some people might not have been good with the college thing in the first place, and now that they're in college, they're failing,
Yeah.
and they'd rather have played ball and be in England now doing bits.
So even and that is like if you even remove it away from the football thing in itself, there's a lot of children that they want to do other things,
Yeah.
a lot of other creative things.
Mm.
I want to be a graphic designer. For my draw. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Graphic.
For my draw, I want to go to art school.
Yeah.
You want to become a painter.
African parents only see certain occupations that can get you money, and that's doctor,
Send that to
engineer,
me.
and lawyer.
So that's it.
Yeah.
They only see them three occupations. If you're not doing them, you're not making.
Do you
money.
not think that's changing now though?
Yeah, I think so, and I think it'll change properly with us when we have kids.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Because we understand now.
I don't care what
you don't have to go to college to be successful.
I don't care what my child does, except like I don't want you to be out here.
I understand what you're trying to say.
I heard that. Okay. No, I heard that, bro. I heard 100.
Just see this.
Oh,
I don't
guys,
want you to be out here. You know what I mean?
real talk. If
Using
your
certain
child,
websites.
if your child ended up doing something, so remember we were talking earlier, like if your child ended up doing something crazy, right, that was wild to you, but maybe becoming a norm in the society.
Nah.
My values.
Like it can be normal to society, but it's not normal to me.
Yeah.
It's not normal to God.
Your child says OnlyFans.
It's not normal to God.
I heard that. When we're older, by the time we have our kids, OnlyFans will be like Facebook.
No, it's true. No, true. No, you're not even capping. You're not even capping. You're not capping.
Like OnlyFans to be like Facebook.
Not
That's
capping.
I think I was saying everyone's
mad.
just
And you know, OnlyFans wasn't meant for this in the first place.
apparently for something
It
else.
was
Isn't
for
it?
celebrities
That's crazy.
What do you mean for celebrities?
to show their fans how they live their life.
So it's a social.
Yeah, that's why it's called OnlyFans.
Fantastic.
Stop.
It's turned into a porn. Is it a porn?
Is it-
Pornhub.
Or something now,
But
I remember seeing a gym instructor guy on Twitter, like literally fully had an OnlyFans account.
sure, Safari has one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Casanova has one. A few celebrities have one.
Jeez, that to me is just so. Like, what's your reaction if your child says, "Yeah, mom, I just have OnlyFans," or "Oh yeah, dad, I just have OnlyFans," and
Do you think if your kid came up to you and said that you failed as a parent in a way,
No.
especially if you're bringing them up in the Christian way?
Do you know, I used to believe that, but I've changed my mind. And the reason why is because at the end of the day, right, a child can make a decision on their own. Your child can decide to stray away from how you brought them up.
yeah,
I get that.
You have never taught your child how to lie, and then it's just like,
Yeah. No,
Lying.
like even take it away from that. Like when I used to smoke, my mom didn't teach me to smoke. I knew it was wrong, but I still made that decision by myself to do that. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I heard that.
And you can't then blame my mom for my actions. Because
But
to some extent,
do you feel like you're
like as in, I don't blame your mom for your decision.
but
to smoke.
my issue is
But for some other stuff, I think
some other things maybe,
Like-
but she didn't raise me up to be that way. I was clearly aware that this was not in line with the values in which she raised me up to be. But I still chose to do what I did.
I heard that, yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So
Yeah, I heard that.
how is it then my mom's fault that I smoked? It's not at
it's
all.
not almost, not almost.
And like
That's actually true.
using that as an example, you can't always blame parents for the actions of their children.
Okay, I have
Boss.
yeah.
Go on, no, go on.
Go on. Okay, I have something right. All grew up as Christians,
Yeah.
but we went left. In like maybe not in terms of like going on streets and drugs and stuff like that, but like the value they brought us up with.
It's not how we live
We
life
did,
for
we,
good
do you
part,
know
yeah.
what I mean? For a lot of my teenager life, I didn't live the same way my mom brought me up. But is there some aspect of that now? Because I'm talking maybe some stricter parents who teach you, don't do this. This is wrong. Don't do this. This is where I'm teaching you. Do this, do this, do this, do this. And then they're teaching them the right thing, but it's the way they're teaching it that makes the child go left.
I think the method is extremely
Yeah,
important.
and it's the relationship you have with your parents.
100%. 100%.
If you can't come to your mom and talk that I have this thought and fearing that she will just send you away as what you think, like the thing in your church, the girl asks that I'm sad. And the
your
parents
phone.
and the parent says it's your phone. Or how can you be sad at this age? So if you have parents like that, you're in for a ride. Because they're not gonna understand. They can't understand. But if you have understanding parents that get like this society, especially, that's why I say we're gonna be the difference.
Yeah.
Because we've grown up in this social media age, in the internet age. We know how they think because we've lived there.
yeah.
Because remember, our parents, they didn't have internet.
Yeah.
They always say, I know what you're doing, but you really don't know.
You didn't have
really
Twitter.
don't. You
didn't
have no
to.
idea.
You didn't have Insta.
You have no idea.
Yeah. I think if a parent is extra strict,
Just before you get there, yeah. When the parents say that, you don't know what if you. Sorry, we've been there before. It's like you don't know Insta, but do you know what? They have some sort of comparison thing they had. Right? Let me show you. When these man did exams and they got the results, it was on the school wall, and so everyone's results is there. So when they say I was the first in my class, it literally means like you are number one in class, as in everyone knew that you are number one
in class,
and do you know what I mean? So that was the whole comparison.
I don't
thing
believe
there.
that, you know.
And some of them were never
No
number one.
parents that said that they were number one in the class was number one. They were definitely 45th.
Listen, if every parent was number one, who was last? Who was last? Who was last?
I don't believe it.
Bro, it's a lie.
Like some of your parents are dumb as hell. I'm not like to you. I'm not like to you.
Bro, honestly though, hold on. Like, do you think your parents are intelligent, objectively speaking?
I think my mom is. No, I think they are. Cause
My mom is definitely.
yeah,
100%, same as my mom as well.
Yeah, because
Mom is
my
definitely
dad got his degree at what 50 something, and getting a degree is not easy. 4 years
My mom-
as a pastor as well.
Yeah, my mom is already on a first class thing in her masters.
Yeah,
And she's doing it. She's just finishing her thesis right now,
That's mad.
a month early. But she's really when my mom's like here, she's there.
and my mom knew maths badly. Like, you know, when I get an answer wrong, can share.
Back of the head.
My hair used to be big. You know, Ogo. I used to have a big Ogo.
Damn. No. So okay. So I know some people, right? That grew up mad. This guy is finished. Now, the parents
Gets
grew
his
up.
backbone.
Exactly, bro. You just actually. You're mad suspect today, bro.
Bro, I swear to God, I will stop this recording.
No.
Oh, go on.
So the mom is like grew up mad strict. Like, I mean, the times she would go to church, had to stay in one place in church, had to,
With the mom?
No, as in the girl.
Oh,
the
yeah,
mom,
yeah.
The mom
okay,
made her
okay,
stay in
okay,
one
okay.
place in church.
Okay.
She was never allowed out to hang out with her friends. All these type of things. There had a limited time she could be on her phone.
That's mad.
All these type of things. There
That's too much.
grows up, gets older. I remember one time I seen her. I was walking in town and just seen smoke a little bit. I was, hey, but you know the shock that came to me. It's like,
wait,
you.
Fam, or them people that are from counties like Offaly, Fermanagh, Monaghan,
Yeah.
Ennis, all them small, and then they
And they
come to Dublin for
They
college,
lose it.
for uni.
They lose it.
Or the people who are parents are strict in Dublin, when they go to college, they go outside Dublin.
Yeah, because they want to leave their house.
Yeah.
They want to leave home.
The thing is, I think the more strict you are as a parent, like you create a child that just wants to rebel. Did you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And like that gets so, depending on how strict you are, and like the fact that you may not have a relationship at all with your child, that creates such an inner rebellious like character in them that they just want to oppose every single
Everything
thing you
you-
stood
anything.
for.
Yeah.
Anything.
Like everything you stood for, they want to stand against it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I feel as a parent, it's really important to treat your child like a human being.
100.
You know, Bobuski,
Yeah.
she went to I'm not sure if it was her father's birthday or funeral or something, but they had a little party in his compound. She had to go back as a man.
Oh.
For real?
She could not go back as a
African parents cannot
as a female.
gay. You want to come to my house and be gay?
She had to go back as a man,
That's
not
crazy.
female.
That's crazy.
But
That's how far back.
what you feel like? So a child's coming out saying this thing to you after being so rebellious after a while and stuff like that. Is it okay for the boy or the girl to decide I'm gonna just cut all ties completely with my family?
I don't think that decision comes from the child.
Yeah,
Ooh,
true.
that's nice.
I don't think that decision comes from the child.
That's nice.
A child will. I don't believe a child will ever choose to cut off their parents.
True. It's the parents that are not making that effort.
Like, because the thing is this way.
I heard that.
Yeah, like, especially, bro, we know, you know of people
Yeah.
that like gets out of my house
Yeah.
and like they're adamant, I don't care who you are, get out of my house.
Yeah.
But what do you want the child to do?
Yeah.
The child has to cut them off and like stand on their own 2 feet just to survive.
Yeah. I think it's tough. Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't know what I would do.
Honestly, I don't know
to
what
be
I'd do either.
honest.
No, if my child came to me with the craziest scenario, whether it be this, that, whatever it is, yeah. As an African with the values that I grew up with, of course, initially I'm not going to be happy. Initially, I'm just going to be like, God, what have I done? You know what your parents say?
Yeah.
Lua,
Otipami.
you killed me. But it's like, I just don't. I don't think I will have it in me to kick my child out. and tell
I
them to-
definitely wouldn't kick. Like if you asked me this question 5 years ago, I'll say burn that child. No, that's what I'll say. No, 5 years ago, I would say burn that child. But now I've grown up, I've matured. I'm not narrow minded anymore.
your child comes and says, "Dad, I've your daughter or son says, Dad, at 50, I've done 50.
50 what?
I'm 18.
You slept with 50 people. Listen, there's not much you can do, fam.
But honestly speaking, what can you do?
There's not
To be
much
honest,
you can do.
To be honest,
That's still your kid at the end.
what
of
can
the
you
day.
do? Yeah, I'm not gonna. I won't kick my daughter or son out.
No.
Okay. How are you gonna feel though?
What you feel?
How are you gonna act towards the kid?
I think that's you
won't
see
act a
how you
different
feel, how you feel, and how you act. Those two things you need to separate them.
You can feel the kind of way, but the way you act to your should always be the same. You can't.
So I understand that. You should like the way you feel and the way you act should be very different, right? Awesome. But sometimes that's why I feel like some of these African parents, they don't know how to. First of all, and it's just like it's hard to maybe like,
Bro, should I tell you what it is?
I thought
Should I tell you something? Yeah? There's a deep-rooted pride issue when it comes to us Nigerians.
And it's about what people think.
Fingers in approval.
What?
It's about what people will think when the child comes.
It's such a like that pride thing is a major thing. First of all, that's a big point as well. It's like, yeah, what will people think of me now because of how you've acted, right?
I have a gay child.
I forgot that.
One, yeah, that's one.
As a fish thing as well.
And then the second thing as well is like you being humble enough to come to your child and be open and be honest and all these things. That's not a conversation that's had.
Yeah.
There isn't a conversation of, like the way you've acted has made me feel this way.
Yeah.
When have you ever heard your parents say that? Made me feel what?
Get out.
out.
So right.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
So
like
right.
opening that kind of door of communication.
Then I heard that. No, I agree with that 100%.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Fam, I remember when my mom found out I was smoking. She found out through a dream, by the way.
Spiritual. That's why he told me.
Fam, I'll tell you what happened, yeah.
Holy Spirit.
Fam, I was coming home that day.
If your mom is your dad is spiritual,
my mom
it's
threatened
over
me.
for you.
She threatened
They know you.
I'm sure my dad knows half of the things I've done in this life.
Now, should I tell you how
sure.
my mom threatened me? My mom goes, Toma, be careful what you do. I was like, what? Because if I pray about you for 2 days, God will show me something. Do you know how much
She's not lying.
confidence that is?
She's not lying.
Fam. Yeah,
She's
so
not
anyway,
lying.
so I had a stash, yeah, in my room.
Oh yeah, you told us.
Like, you can't find it.
Yeah.
You just can't find it. You just wouldn't. Where I had my grinder, my skins, all my stuff in there. Calm. So the one day I was coming home from college or something, and I was walking into the house, and my mom was going to work, and that interaction was off. Do you know what I mean? I was like, and there's always a weird thing. You just always know there's a problem.
She's disappointed in you.
I was like, Mommy, are you okay? She goes, I was like, I went, and then she's gone to work. I went straight to my room, stuck my hand in my stash. It was empty. I was like, jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, my heart sank like that.
Yeah.
And her approach is what shocked me the most. She pulled me over to the side to just talk. I was like, so how long have you been smoking?
Jeez.
I was like, not for a while. For a while. She goes like, why? Are you stressed? Is everything okay? Like, what's pushing you towards that?
Yeah.
And for me, I was just like, this, like, when, like, I wasn't expecting that type of response. I was just like the other shoe was about to drop, like something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Bro, I was just like, not for, like,
Jeez. Yeah. You
I was in shock.
Yeah,
I was
Couldn't
completely
respond.
disarmed.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, I think that approach in itself, like, it made me see her differently. It changed the nature of our relationship and how we communicate from that point on.
See, I think that's big because, like, normally you would expect, maybe not yourself, but we would all kind of expect some sort of different approach, like anger, all these type of things there. But when it comes, that's what I'm saying, when your approach matters, your tone of voice as well, they all matter. Do you get what I'm saying? So then now I can communicate with you properly if you communicate with me properly. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so crazy.
I think
bro.
my mom, though, she studied a childcare course.
So she knows.
So
That's why she handled you
So
like the
she-
way she did.
that changed her. Like that broadened her.
Mm.
Like even in my church, my mom was amazing with the kids.
That's why. That's why.
She just knew how to get through to
She
them.
was
you get
she
what
was
I mean?
educated in handling
She
kids.
knew how to do it. You get what I mean? So
And to be honest, we need to cut our parents some slack as well. 'Cause
they don't,
100.
bro. There's no guy, bro.
they learn as they are going.
It's
But-
not
but-
they. It's everybody. But if
Yeah.
you have a kid today, you don't know what to
When
do.
when we start having kids, that's what
You
people
genuinely
don't understand.
don't know.
There's no book onto how to
Yeah.
parent, 'Cause
Especially
every
them
kid,
teenage years as well.
fam.
Fam,
But-
there's nothing you could do.
But okay,
No, but the thing is, though, is when it comes to teenagers, I feel like a lot of parents lose. Because I don't know enough about this,
yeah,
but I feel like a lot of parents lose their children because they're starting too late to try and get them.
I hear you.
I heard that.
I hear you.
I don't
heard
think you grab them when they're
hear
teenagers. You
you.
grab them when
When
they're a
they're
lot
kids.
younger.
I hear
Yeah.
you. I hear you.
100.
You open the line of communication from when you're younger. So once they get to the teenage age, it's a
fully hear
normal
you.
thing. It's
Yeah.
not like, oh, my mom's asking me about my personal life. Oh my god,
She asked me, "Did I have my period?"
Fam,
was
some people can't have that conversation with their parents.
Yeah.
You know how wild. To my house is weird though because my sister is. Tell me what, are you in the shops? Yeah, just if you go to the back, it's a purple packet.
Always.
He goes, get me the night one
No, bro.
and the
bro,
slim one as
bro,
well.
I had a conversation with my sister, right, about like the talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, no dad in it.
Why you say like that?
I'm okay with it.
Oh my god.
But you get what I'm saying? So I've had this conversation where I cannot tell you how. First of all, maybe uncomfortable I was.
Yeah.
But like I really talked to my sister. But about this topic at this age,
Yeah. How old is she?
she's 12.
Okay.
I think we had it when she was 11.
All right.
So having that conversation was it wasn't awkward, but it was like, how do I
Uncomfortable.
and how do I communicate this properly to
kid.
her,
To
that
her,
she can
for her to understand, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because when I was her age, I know what I was exposed to. So I'm not gonna treat her like she's stupid.
But we'll talk about that.
But yeah, but I know though when I have my own kids, I need to start even earlier.
A lot
You
earlier.
need to
A lot
catch
better
them
openness.
young. Like
Yeah.
you know that podcast we watched, Our
Yeah,
Maida.
yeah.
Like I love the way they are with their kids.
Yeah.
They have conversations with 5-year-olds.
Yeah. But do you know I've decided I'm not gonna do baby talk with my children.
You have to talk to them like they're adults.
But you
What
know
do you
that
mean by baby talk?
no. Michael.
Wambi.
No, it's time to pay rent.
How do you separate the spiritual from or can you separate the spiritual from being a parent? So what I mean by that is like, so okay, I know many girls I've talked to and stuff like that have said, Dave, no, I'm trying to relate with my dad, but all he wants to do is a spiritual thing. So he's saying I'm feeling some sort of way, and I'm saying she's feeling some sort of way, and that says just pray about it.
That's the mistake a lot of Christian parents make as well.
They don't find the balance between practical
Yeah.
life.
Like sometimes you
And
just need to
spiritual.
talk.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need someone to talk to about your problems. Not every time that is pray about the problem.
Like
I'm
good
going through
counsel.
something.
Yeah.
Fast and pray.
Yeah.
Or maybe because you're not giving tight enough, or maybe because your spiritual life is not up. Like, I know these things are great, but where do we have the balance?
Yeah, there's no balance.
Do you get what
That's
I'm
the
saying?
problem. And I think it's a thing to do with relation. They don't know how to relate to us. So passing that kind of message across is kind of like, I don't know how to do it. But what I know is that when I fast and pray, my issues get resolved. So fast and pray.
Yeah.
It works. It works for me, so it
It's-
must work for you.
Exactly. Like God is on the throne. So
God is the same today, and forevermore.
Yeah. Well, I think the parents, and as you said earlier, we need to cut them some slack. Like,
100%.
they don't know how to sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And actually, fair play to the ones who actually go and educate themselves and say, this is how to communicate to a child.
And especially them coming to a brand new country as well.
Oh, bro.
It's difficult.
100.
Difficult.
It's not easy. Go easy.
Crazy.
At all.
At all.
But yeah, boys, let's end it here, right?
Yeah.
Where's your head at in regards to, last question, if your child comes to something crazy, where's your head at?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends on what the I don't know.
Like, as in, just think about the wildest thing you've ever, like, your child says, yeah, I'm doing that.
Well,
or I'm involved
if
in
your
that.
child wants to change gender, or
If that's the craziest thing for you.
I would say that would be or what, if you commit to a murder.
I have a question, boys. Quick. Yeah.
Go.
I said this earlier, not in the podcast, but if your son, 18, 17,
Mm-hmm.
he's out with girls chilling.
Is this where it's going?
Listen, I'm not just listening. I think this is where it's going. Yeah.
You're scaring me, Heaven.
No. But he's playing with the girl, innit? Now he's touching her, thinking out he's gonna go somewhere. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And she gets uncomfortable. She says, "I'm not feeling this,"
But it keeps going.
but he thinks that's a like. Maybe she just
Chase.
Hard to get.
hard
Type
to
of thing.
get.
Yeah.
And he keeps going, and then she's like, she's been assaulted now. Yeah.
Yeah.
He finds out. He clocks like, yo, I've assaulted this girl.
Mm-hmm.
He comes home, says, Dad, I think I've assaulted someone, and I feel like she may be going to the police and stuff like that. Are you? What you doing then and there? Are you telling him go tell them what you did, or is there some sort of protective thing?
Do you know what I
It's a tough one.
this is so hard because in my mind, and like I'm a strong believer of this, I feel like although you've apologized for something that you've done wrong,
have to pay the price.
you still have done that thing wrong.
Yeah,
Do you get what I mean? So
Yeah.
there has to be consequences for your actions.
yeah,
But like I feel like he will have to, like I don't, because okay, first of all, I think as a parent, if your son goes to that extent, then you've missed out on a conversation that you haven't had.
yeah,
So for like the fact that your son crossed that line, first of all, without like if you hadn't had the conversation about like consent with your children,
yeah.
then
But
you
going back
failed.
to what you were saying.
Yeah, that's
about-
what I'm saying. But if you haven't had that conversation, then blame lies on you to a certain
you
extent.
haven't,
To some,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
If you've had that conversation, then I'm sorry. That's
So he got to face the consequences.
you. I believe he has to.
It has to, it's gonna be tough because
I believe he
he's
has
your
to.
kid at the end of the day. But
Yeah.
nah, you're gonna. It's
But,
like it's rape.
But
Yeah,
think
it's
of the
rape.
message you're sending if you let him get away
Yeah.
with it.
To be honest,
Like, is that the type of child
what they
you want
call
to
them?
raise?
They call them like enablers. Is that what they
Yeah,
call
yeah,
them?
Like, I'm sorry.
you-
I don't agree with that.
Especially
I-
as an adult, you know what happened.
Yeah,
You know
'cause
the consequences of.
do you know I have
gonna
this
have to
thing?
pay the price.
Yeah, there's this thing with me. Like, you're my friend, right? Like, you know how I like to be treated or whatever. Like, if you treat me in a way I don't like, I will not let you away with it, especially because you're my friend and you know. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I heard that.
So, like, you're my son.
Yeah,
You should know that this is wrong because we've had this conversation.
yeah.
And because you're my son, I'm not going to give you the easy way out. I believe that you still have to face consequences. I will love you regardless.
Last.
You still, I believe you still have to face
letting him away with
consequences.
it, he could do it again.
100.
And when he does it again, he's not gonna come to you.
Because he knows, right? Calm. This is
I
what,
heard that. No, I heard that, guys. Honestly, and I
It's
agree.
gonna be tough because that's your kid. You
Yeah,
have to.
it's one. Yeah, it's one of those ones where you just have to swallow it.
Badly,
you fully, I
badly.
just have to swallow it.
He's a man.
yeah.
He's a man.
Yeah,
Deal
you just
deal
have
with
to
it
swallow
now. Nah, anyways, so where's your head at, boys?
You know, God is good
All the time.
all the time.
God is good.
That's right. That's it.
Where's your head at, Snowden?
Train your kids in the way of the Lord, and they shall not depart.
When they're older.
Amen.
In that name?
Word.
And train your sons not to be rapists.
For real.
Word.
That's actually that's a big word.
Or do you?
You can't. I don't think you can train your child not to be a rapist.
No,
Yeah,
you can
but you-
tell them
you-
like
You
this.
can make them aware of consent and all these things.
Did you
You
ever
have, like-
have these uncles that used to come to the house, and then your
I already know
and
where
then
you're
your
going.
dad would go and tell your sister, go and put on trouser
Yeah.
because the rain, like you're in the house, you're in your own house, so
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
gonna wear revealing clothes.
Yeah,
whatever,
And then
yeah.
when someone comes and say, go and put on trouser,
Yeah.
because They know.
Yeah,
They know.
Yeah,
They know.
They know that friends are creeps.
They know. And if any of my boys come to my house and I have to tell my children go and put on trousers,
You're
he's
not
coming to my house.
No, you're not coming to my house,
Bro, let me tell you. I think we probably talk about this more in depth in another episode, yeah. But I know some guys like my age, bro, that when they come to my house, I feel a little bit uncomfortable. My sister around.
Is it because of what you know they've done?
Because I know that they asked the girl, "How old are you?" and she said 16, and it goes, they continue to talk.
There's some guys like that, man. They don't give a damn.
So, Anyways, my head is that don't be crazy, guys. Just be good. Jesus loves you. What? So sorry.
You're snowing. Where's your head at? Let's just move past that quickly.
No, you already asked.
I think.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, God bless you guys.
God bless you.
Love, peace, and blessings.